What's up? Hello, welcome to the Wholesome Show. Drum rolls. Yes. So this is your go-to channel for mental health topics, relationships, everything life. Walk with me. I was supposed to do a content on how single parenthood affects kids when they grow up as adults, and especially men, because I've had a conversation with quite a number of them, and the common denominator is they usually feel unworthy. Like, why did my father choose to not raise me up, to acknowledge me as his son? But unfortunately I haven't gotten anyone to participate yet, but I'm working on that. So in the meantime, because here we never lack, we flow. Can I flow, eh? So today I'm going to be talking about I'm going to be summarizing this whole topic, kids' mental health. And again, if you haven't watched my previous episodes, please do, and tell a friend to tell a friend, because we all need these kind of things. Someone has to say them, and that someone happens to be me. So I want to summarize this whole kids' mental health by saying I do not think we can achieve 100% while we have kids who are no longer affected mentally because of how they were raised. We cannot have 100% non-trauma, because trauma is more of how our nervous system interprets things rather than the event itself. And the reason I'm saying this is because when, as a parent, please don't be too harsh on yourself. There are variables you can't really control. For example, you're a mother, you either do not have someone to be there with you, or maybe you have a house help but hawako, pengine umewatuma leave or off, and then you put your kid down for a minute, and then you are going to the kitchen to make something for them to eat, and then the kid starts crying. You obviously cannot go there immediately at the first sound and you're there. So because kids are kids and kids don't know emotions, they don't know how to this is sad, this is, they take things literally as they are. So in the nervous system, one kid, their nervous system will be like, my mother is not coming to me immediately because she hates me, because she doesn't love me. So there are factors like that we cannot control. And also there are other factors that, apart from just parents raising us up, there are other factors. Like, for example, in school, you can't be there with your kid in school when they're being bullied, but there are definitely things that are in our control, and those are the things that have been preaching for us to work on. For example, spending time with your kids, dedicating up some time apart, no matter how you're busy, that can help. Telling your kid you love them, that can help. Factors like that can really go a long way to ensure that kids grow up with self-esteem. Also encouraging your kids to speak up, because what we do and how we were raised, your mother tells you niambie kweli sitakuchapa, and then they end up beating you. So the next time kids be like, let me just lie, or let me just shut it up inside me, because if I say it, sintachapwa. So we encourage kids to tell us lies or to not speak out what happened to them. And then mwalimu akituita tuambie mtoto wako ako hivi, we're no, cannot be my kid. Nimekataa, because we don't know our kids. We assume because we have made them like that. So there are variables like that we can control, and that's what I have been telling us all to work on. And it starts with you. If you're in a regulated space, you'll find it easy to do some of these things. If you're conscious, you don't have to do a lot of practices for that. You just have to be conscious about the impact of your words and actions to your kids. Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is, if you've been living in your trauma responses and you're getting to a place where you're they're no longer serving me, yani zinaniumiza zaidi kuliko ya vile zinavonifaidisha. So I want it has to start with you forgiving yourself. And by trauma responses, I mean people pleasing, perfectionism. We've been talking about them. Go back to your notes class. So kama, for example, people pleasing, you'll find yourself cringing if you're at this point because of the things you remember you did ukiwa kwa in your people pleasing self, and you're like, was that really me? I have just the antidote to help you forgive yourself, because it starts with forgiving yourself. You cannot live with regret, or through regret is such a heavy emotion to carry. So I want you to release it, and I want you to tell yourself this. Your trauma response was once what someone else needed. For example, if you're a people pleaser like me, I was in the past, taking up more roles that I could handle. I didn't know how to say no. And in the eyes of others, they were like, yo, Faith is so hardworking and so on and so on. But at the end, in the long run, you realize that it is your mental health that is paying for it. So what you tell yourself is that time when I was a people pleaser, that time when I took up so many roles that I could handle, that organization really needed my people pleasing. I got a lot of things done, but sure, now I am moving out of that people pleasing because my peace of mind is being affected. My mental health is suffering for it. So don't feel selfish. It's quite normal to feel guilty, and what will help you come out is now setting boundaries and practicing saying no and how you feel. So you're going to feel like you're being selfish because it's something you've known, it's something umekuwa ukiishi nayo for quite a long time, and right now you're just like doing these things to protect your energy. Do not feel guilty. Okay, you will feel guilty. Why am I telling you not to feel guilty? You will obviously feel guilty, but I want you to be lighter on yourself, to be soft with yourself, because us that have been there before and have walked this journey, we know that setting boundaries and protecting your energy definitely feels guilty and selfish. But don't. You will feel guilty. Be easy on yourself. Understand that you are doing that to protect your energy, and you cannot be there for others if your mental health is suffering. You cannot continue being there for others if you're not at peace with yourself. So go on ahead and take all the time you want and protect your own energy. So that's all we had for today. Cheerio.